So welcome to another Kumi Now session. We have today Maze, who actually has been on a delegation as an itinerary speaker for Sabeel, the most recent delegations, but she works for Red Noses Palestine, so she works as a clown actually. I believe you're based in Bethlehem, Palestine, but you can introduce a little bit of yourself as well.
I can?
Yeah. So you can introduce yourself but basically today our topic is going to be on mental health, and she'll be talking about a little bit about her work, about Red Noses, and about her story, and also just, the situation in Palestine right now. But yeah, so Sabeel has a relationship with her. Omar knows her, and so we're really excited to have you here to speak with us and our audience today. So yeah, feel free to begin. If you need to share your screen or anything, just let me know.
Yeah, to share what I should to share what?
Oh, if you need to share your screen or anything, just let me know.
Yeah, okay. No, well, okay. Yes, my name is Mais Hasi. I will do it short. I was born in Nablus, and then I lived in many countries in Palestine. I was lucky because my mom is from Gaza, so when I was young, I used to go to Gaza, like until the 97, to visit the family there. But then, the situation turned on, and they closed and they put more checkpoints. So we couldn't arrive there. Like, we didn't visit the family there since more than 20 years, I think, from now. And yes, I lived in Ramallah to study journalist because I started my study as BA in media, and it was because I was already working in the field with the demonstrations. So I was trying to choose my place in the demonstrations. I don't want just go and shout or throw rocks or all this play that we're watching it since we're young, soldiers, boys, Palestinian soldiers. So always there is throwing rocks, trying to defense, and the end you go to the prison for so silly reason. So yes, I decided to study journalist because I was already in the field and filming what's happening always with demonstrations, especially because my mother started an organization when I was young called Women Against the Wall, because in 2002 the wall was starting already. To grow up in the West Bank and between the cities and the countries here in Palestine. So, yes, I started like this. Then I work at Al Qasab Theater in Ramallah. And I was lucky to have a scholarship there to study theater. So from there, I start also again back to the art. And يعني when I was young, we were all the time going to folklore dancing or singing, all these classes. So yeah, I wanted to study art in the end, but it's complicated here in our country already to be artist. It's in all the world is difficult. So in Palestine, it will not be more easy for sure. So yes, I start working in the theater, and there, when I graduate, I worked with the clown Red Noses, and Red Noses Palestine. It's already like in all Europe almost. It's a European organization, and they have a bridge here, like since more than now 12 years, we can say that we have clown doctors, healthcare in hospitals, and it's something really so beautiful. And yeah, we can be proud of ourselves that we did this thing in the hospitals, which is the most hotspot in this country, and you meet all kind of people, all all generation also. So you meet the people direct. So yes, where I start, sometimes I forget. So I lived in Ramallah for a period. Then I moved to Jerusalem because I get married from a Jerusalem guy, and I am here living with permission. Like, so, yeah, it's also complicated, so complicated situation to live with permit. Like, I need to renew my permit each year. And yes, so trying to be calm, not so much interact in politic stuff, things like this. يعني I don't, I just work, I do my work. So يعني yes. So now I'm living in Jerusalem between Beit Lahem, Ramallah, Jerusalem. We go all around in the West Bank in my work because, like, I'm an artist as first. I'm not just a clown. So I was I'm an actor. So I work with the Freedom Theater in Jenin refugee camp, and I stayed there for more than 40 days. Once we made Bibi Longstocking. It's a play for um, Astrid Lindgren, a writer from Sweden, and the director was Lars Erik from Sweden, and we had a group of Sweden artists who came and stay in Jenin refugee camp, and it was so difficult for them because Jenin refugee camp is always they enter anytime they want because they think there is a Palestinian fighter with their excuse and their reason to enter any place they want in the end. But yes, so we move all around Palestine. We work in Jerusalem in just two hospitals because we don't work with Israeli organizations. And here in the occupied country, Israel, they have dream doctors also, which is clown doctors. And once I try to apply and to see how they're working in this field because I would love to work with everyone as a clown. Like I don't care about the religion, in the end. So we I saw how they work, and I understood that also they do it with the soldiers. So sometimes they go and they clowns for the soldier as healthcare, as taking care of them. So it's a bit difficult to do this when the soldier that they are going to Jenin refugee camp and you work with the children there, then you go to work with the soldier who go and make them afraid. So yes, yeah. So now I'm living in Jerusalem, and yes, between Jerusalem and Ramallah and Beit Lahem, يعني, with this difficult situation.
And what does your work look like on a day-to-day basis? And if you want to elaborate maybe on what Red Noses does, like what programs they have, maybe projects also that they do, so that our audience knows more about it, because I think I've heard of Red Noses, but I don't know if everyone in this room knows, about what they do. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, today, for example, I was in Jericho, uh, and we work with geriatric, so elderly people who's living in their elderly houses. So we go to the special elderly houses. We have more than 10 elderly houses that we visit now. Uh, um, this is with the elderly people. We work also with intensive smile. So inside the hospitals, we go in the surgery day, we stay with the children before entering the surgery and after. We have also the program of rehabilitation. We work with people who have special problems, you know. And what else? Intensive smile, emergency smile. Like we go to the special places like Masafir Yatta, where is tense situations, and we try to work with children as circus smile. Like also because I work with the Palestinian circus here. They are in Bir Zayt, and now they are making like a collaboration between them and the Red Noses, and this is so good because cirque with the clown is always good. And yes, like it's not easy for me as a girl, always I say, but I love it because kind of like you, like as I said before in the beginning, I study as a media journalist. Then I study theater, so I become an actor. And acting is something so beautiful. I love to do it, like, you know, especially يعني it's also kind يعني it have the effects like the clown, but the clown is day by day and each week, and it raise up with you. Like I'm clowning now more than 8 years, since يعني around 8 years now. And like it's a character that it's already born with me, and I have it. Like it's not like the, you know, like theater acting, you know, you do a play, you do a show, then the show is done and you forget sometimes the character that you did before. But with the clown, no, you keep growing up with this person who's meeting people with a mask all the time, and it's totally different. Like sometimes I thought that because we are in an intense society, and maybe they will not like me because I'm a girl, maybe they will not like me because I'm not covered, maybe they will not like that I'm dressing a dress, maybe they will not like that I'm singing, maybe they will not like if I dance. So you keep all the time as a clowning thinking about the society around you, what they want and what they will accept, and how you will stay in defense with yourself, you know, and protective, you know, like. So it's not easy in the society, but at the same time, it's a door. Like you can, because if you're a good clown and you know how to read the people front of you in the end, and this is what you learn to do day by day in reading people, and especially in the so intense situation when they are really afraid of their children, when they're discovering that they have a child who have a cancer now, and you're there. Suddenly you want to make something different and make him feel that life is going on, enjoy it, it's okay. So yes, you feel the thirsty, like the society is so thirsty for this thing. Like they're so welcoming, even though that there is sometimes who you have old mans that they say, no, forbidden, what are you doing? Why you're dancing or why you're doing this? But yani, in the beginning, just like after when you start talking to him and tell him, no, Kalmati, we don't need just, we can also do more than dancing. And we have a language with you. It's not about dancing or singing in the end. Yani. So, yes, it's difficult also because the roads, like, always you need to pass the checkpoints to go. So sometimes you prefer to stay in the same city. So I work a lot in Jerusalem. I go to Beit Lahem, Hebron, Ramallah. Not always Ramallah because of Kalandia checkpoints. يعني the north, Nablus, Jenin, Tulkarem, Qalqilia, all the cities now, we have hospitals there, but I can't arrive there. We have a team who's working already there. But normally we were so much together, like always I go there, and our country is so small, like يعني from Jerusalem to Jenin, you just need 2 hours, يعني, or less sometimes 2 hours, يعني هيك. So it's not a big country, but when it's close, it's close. It affect us also because يعني you think, I believe that theater and art is the most strong thing that can make a revolution, in the end, and we can bring revolution from art. Uh, I believe this. So I keep doing my work, even though, I see that all the people is so down now, and like everyone is, yani, you are really afraid to bring him out from his sadness, or to, like, it's fine, like there is a deal, everyone need to be sad, everyone need to be angry, so let's stay angry, let's stay sad. And now doing clown is the most difficult thing in this situation, but people still want to laugh, and you know how you bring the joy so quick to them, and they accept it because they're humans in the end, even though that they think themselves that خلاص, we're done, we don't feel, we are tired from everything, we don't smile. So you hear many good stories from them, like they say, I didn't smile since more than 1 month until you came, you made me dance, you made me sing, so يعني you also have the feedback direct from the people. That's why I'm really in love with this job, because it's good as an artist to make salary from art, and that's what I am always trying to do it, like stay in the art field, not going to other field. And in the same time, it's good because you feel the feedback direct, like you don't need to wait. And you see the feedback from your people, and it's yani, this is sometimes I think, I can leave this country and go out from it, and just especially in this period, why you should stay in all this tense when you don't know nothing. Like, I know, yani, we have a black futures now, and no one can see what's going on, and no one can make something like even this, because fighting is unallowed. Saying no is for sure unacceptable for anyone now here. So you just need to choose, or you stay now or you leave. Like, also because we saw what's happening with Gaza, and we think, if they close the West Bank, what's gonna happen? Like, and they will start just making us, playing with us, go to this place because it's safe, go to other place, it's safe, until we are less and less and less. Like, it's happening in this way in the West Bank, but not in the same way that they're doing it in Gaza. So each place have his own crazy story that make the other feel scared from it, and s- we do, but we know that it's important for us to stay now, because we know it's kind of resisting is just about being numbers, and they want us to be less. So sometimes it's good to be a number. But we fight all the time to say we don't want to be numbers, but here in this country, it's just about numbers. Yani, you should be more than them, they should be more than you. So all this, what's happening now, is just to make Palestinian less than they are now, because we are occupied more than 75 years, and until now we are more. And this is crazy, really, it is crazy because يعني, with this way of occupation that is just pushing you all the time to leave, and you still have this numbers of people that they are really staying, not because we don't have a choice, like we can have a choice to leave the country and just make a passport and leave the country and we will be refugee. ما احنا we are already refugee in this country, بس it's like خلاص you belong to a place that you know if you will go out you will not be happy, and you're not happy in this country, so you just live day by day. Yeah. So our job is to make them at least enjoy by living day by day in this stress country. Uh, we have also special project in the Red Noses. It's emergency smile. Yani, still I didn't work with them, like I didn't leave to work with refugee outside of the country, but I always say, you know, we have it already here in Palestine. Like we have refugee people, we work, sorry, with refugee, and we know how it is when you work just with the street with people who doesn't have home or a place to stay, and also with these people we work, we bring joy there. And I love this because fighting is always with love. Like clown is about love, and we want something to fight back with. And I believe that we, as Palestinian, we just need to fight with love, even though that we already we يعني, they have a big story telling that we are. Like a nation who have women, or even the stupid situation that is happening in Gaza, and they say they have weapons, they have, but come on, like we don't. So I don't believe we can fight with this thing. We don't. We're not strong country, so we just need to fight with love and art, and be existed, because we know ourselves. Like if يعني we know ourselves, and I believe that all my people know themselves that we are not this strong level to fight back all this strong countries that they want us, they bring us to fight, to fight, to fight, to fight always. And people is tired, so they need like theater before was more strong. People were coming to theater. We have this kind of life that we can live normal sometimes and believe ourselves that we're living normal, and it's so quick the life go back to the people. Like they don't need to take time. They so quick, they rebuild everything and they go back alive. Like, yeah, we know that we have pain inside us, but we know how to bring back the life again all the time, with joy. And I believe that all, like, this incubation, like he changed something in the society. This society is so artistic and so like they love the art, they love to sing. Music is something so strong, like, and especially I see this in the when I work with old people, old generation. Like I'm really like, I go like they give me always the hope when I see them uh, bringing back all the life that they were living and with joy, and they know all the strong singers and all the cultures that we had long time ago. And now we are so much separated, even with art. Like art is resisting in so difficult way in this country now. So difficult to find a movie talking about Palestine really, and hit the point and bringing what's happening, like normal life, really just a movie like how we see outside. Even like songs was so strong since long time. Like we have this icon Kulthum from Egypt, that she make all the army go to fight in the war just because she sing. Her voice bring them the life. So we're feeded in art. So I feel, it's so good place to work with, and I just remind my people who you are. Like, you are artists. Everyone, all of us is artists here, and uh, we deserve life. We deserve joy. So this is what clown do, and as I said, in the most difficult places, like in hospitals. So even if there is no incubation, or if there is nothing happening around us, there is people who's getting sick, and but in the same time, they believe, they can laugh and be happy, even though they have all this difficult situation with them.
And you mentioned you've worked as like an artist and clown for 8 years. I wonder if you can tell us like a favorite memory or favorite story, maybe during those 8 years that you've worked.
Mm. Well, I have many stories, بس um, يعني I remember always this man who is still alive until now. Thank God. I hope he will stay more. And يعني he always bring me joy, because there's those people who, like, he's almost, I think, 44 years old. And since I start working, he's in the bed in the hospital. And he can't move nothing. He just can move his eyes. And he was in the prison. Uh, and now, like, I feel how much we're strong with this man, because I enter the hospitals and he was thinking himself that he's so traditional and it's forbidden to sing, and you can't sing for me, and I don't want to see girls or this thing. And now he believed that I can be his wife, and he want to he always tried to connect with us with his eyes, and before we couldn't connect with him at all. Like, he was just all the time silent, doing nothing. And now he's laughing, and he's moving his body when he laughs. So at least he's shaking, he's moving his eyes, all this thing. So this is of my best memories with this guy. Oh, I have when I enter the hospitals now, especially because I work a lot with elderly people, um, and in the COVID-19, we lost many of them, people who already we start work with them. And now, like, for me, that, like, they teach me also, it's okay, like, we will all in the end do it and pass away. But we keep remember that in this room we were laughing together, and he was telling me a good stories about his life, all this thing to keep going on. um, so yes, so like each time I enter the hospitals, I remember them all. So I I have many good memories with them. Like, uh, they were. I have this uncle who have always saying, like, you change my life. I'm waiting you from Thursday to another, because there is no one visiting us. And finally, we have this people who's coming to see us. And he was directing us, like doing a show with us sometimes. And go watch this movie and come make for me this scene of it. And so yes, there is so beautiful memory with them. Also children, like I have with children is a bit more difficult because they are really sick, and most of them we work they are with cancer. And يعني I work with many, like I have two friends now of them, they are twins. One of them passed away and the other he's still alive, and sometimes I make mistakes with the name Omar and Ali, like they have the same names and they are twins. So sometimes I had like um long period trying to remember, okay, who passed away and who stay still. um, we have children who left, and خلاص we know that they are surviving now, like the cancer left them. This is the best thing to hear. So I don't try to follow what happened to them, if they really survive from the cancer or no. But in this period, actually, I can share this story because we work with children from Gaza that they were stuck in the hospital of Augusta Victoria in Jerusalem here. So his name was Ali, and there is a girl, her name was Amira, and they were so shy until we enter as a clown. And then like Amira, when I'm with her, like she's her voice is like you can hear it from Jerusalem to US, I think. And the same with Alush. He was like the guy of the hospital after a while, and they were really depressed when we entered to them. The boy, he was all the time after a while, like because we lived with them all the time, all the year now, and they were before because uh, they were already in the situation of healing. And yes, Alush, like when he become violence, like who make him calm down was us. Like he was really going calm with us so quick, and like what happening with him when we're around him, and uh, that's affect his, process in healing in the hospital. So yes, we have good story, sad story in the work, but always يعني you hear from them because we work also with them in the checkpoint when we pass the checkpoint. But not when they're coming. يعني we don't know how it's happened for them, but we know because I go a lot. I pass checkpoints. So uh, we try even to work with them in this situation, to bring them from hospitals and bring them back to the home, like trying to let them forget, there is soldiers around, you need to go down to the checkpoint, to all this thing. And yes, you feel the effect of you all the time in the people.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing those stories. I know there's a few questions in the chat, so I'll ask if you have questions as well, and please, you can raise your hand and I'll call on you. But just from some of the questions I'm seeing, someone mentioned seeing dabka dancing in Palestine as, something as resilience and resistance. Is it the same with Red Noses? Do you incorporate like dabke or other forms of dances like in your work or art? Like when
Yeah,
you're like showcasing or dancing with people.
yeah, I got you. Well, in the end, being a clown, you need to be an artist and with many tools. So you need to have a tool. So dancing dabka is one of the tools that you have it. Like if you sing, if you have a good voice, it's a tool. If you have, um, you know, guitar with you, or flute, or nai, or drums. It's a tools. So yes, for sure we use it. Like we use the we go sometimes to festivals. Bir Zayt, each year they have a festival for traditional cultural things, and they go like in uh, demonstration, like for a bride singing cultural songs, dancing, and yes, we do it. We for sure. Me as nice, like I, I. I already like we as Palestinians, like I don't know, but in the end, in the north, there is people. I think they dance tabka more, and I'm from the north, and um, um, uh, they teach it since when we are young, and you go with groups and you start dancing, and especially in the date of picking olive. This period is the period of picking olive for all the country. So like today I was in Ariha, and they were picking olive with the girls from schools, and we sing على دلعونا ويا ظريف الطول when Ramallah, and people just, start dancing, because we use it all the time. Even we use it in the demonstration. When we go to make a demonstration, in the end, we sit up and we make a stop for dancing dabke. Yani. So, yes, we love to dance dabke, I think.
Amazing. If anyone else has questions, please put it in the chat or raise your hand. I might have missed a few when I was browsing the chat. But people are sharing, their thanks for you and sharing your stories. Also, I know you mentioned your work with like Freedom Theater in Jenin. So I'm also curious about how you're using acting in your work, like day to day, and just like the importance of what you think of like theater in
And
resistance and in uplifting people in Palestine.
yeah. Well, yes, the Freedom Theater Jenin refugee camp was so difficult because I love it. I had so much feelings, and it's painful actually, so much because I work for 40 days rehearsals. And as I said, there were soldiers coming, going out. And during all this time, like you see the children playing, and I was watching children. I'm living in Jerusalem, like, you know, each country here in this country is really different of the other, and they're so good in doing this. Like living in Ramallah is totally different of living in Jenin. It's totally different of living in Jerusalem. And in Jerusalem, like I'm between them. Like I have many Israeli around me. I have a settlement close of my house here. I'm so much with them, so I see them all the time, and I need to be calm. And you learn how to live together in Jenin and in Ramallah and all in the West Bank. They don't see them, And I came from these places where I didn't live with them. I lived with them when I become 30 years old. Before, I was never close of Israeli living close of me, or I need to connect him and talk to me and what's happening now. And we have this thing, like in the West Bank, people are scared from, as children, like you're scared from this soldier because he's really scary. Like, that he can shoot you, that he kill many people that you love around you. So for sure, he's just something scary for you. And here, يعني, I hear children all the time, they're playing here around. They're playing عادي, normal games, يعني games for children. In Jenin refugee camp, you go out, you see the children playing Jaish and Arab, This is what we call it. Arab and army, Israeli army. This is the game that they call it. So group of them are the army and the other group is the children. And this is the game. And then, like, they came and they watched the play. And Bibi Longstocking is a play that is talking about the freedom of a child, even from his parents. Even you don't need your parents, and you can be independent, and you just need to know that there is a strong thing inside you. So just believe in yourself. This is what she's talking about, the play. And it's a girl who decided to live alone, and her father is a Kursan, what we call it, the one they go to the sea, and yes, she's all the time asking why I should to go to school, why I should to study, why I should not live alone, why I should say yes when I don't want. And it's all the time is like destroying all the stupid things that they teach us as children, and then you need just to believe, as they teach you. And I saw it in the children, like they fall in love with the character, and they were knowing the play by heart. Like we make this show more than 5 to 10 times in Jenin refugee camp, and some of them they were coming to the rehearsals, to the shows, and they were all the time with me. So I had a relationship with children also there. Then I left Jenin refugee camp and we stopped showing this play. And one day I wake up and the Freedom Theater is sending me, telling me, send me the pictures and the video of this girl, Sadil. So Sadil is one of the best girls that was really in love with Jinan, and she were all the time in the rehearsals, and she was bringing more children and more girls, and she was so strong, and she's young. And then I said, why? What's happening? They said she was shooted in front of her house, in her head, because a soldier sniper, he decided to shoot her. And then, like, I was thinking, yani, yes, I know Sadila, and I know the children there, and we were there, and like she's really strong girl. Like, what's the wrong that's happened? Like, why? S- so sometimes we questions ourselves so much. Yes, we live the best moments with everyone, children, everyone, because you bring people to. It's something. Humanity, theater, and art is about healing. I believe that, like, all the people need to work theater, make theater, act, try to play all the time. It's good. But I know that in our situation, like, so quick, so easy to go in depression, and this depression can really show you just the black side of everything, and it's so easy to see it here. And this is what push children, because like Janine, like I heard many story of children who said, يعني they use us here. We are a human, if you teach a child, if you put him in a prison and you keep telling him, I am your enemy, and look, I'm doing boof 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 anytime I want, and you send weapon, when you know that you can control all of this thing, you know that you can control it, and you control it already, but you send it there to just give excuses to enter and kill these people. Why? So it's difficult, yeah, because you work with people, you think anytime you can hear a story of one of them is passing away in so stupid way for no reason, just in the end they will call him Shahid, martyr, fighter, Palestinian fighter, and he's not. Yes, maybe he is a Palestinian fighter because he's living in Palestine, but it's not because he have a weapon and he want to fight with weapon and we have guns and we haram. They can't live with us. Like I'm living here since more than 33 years now. I can tell you, we are so livable people. Like we can live with Israeli. Like we even accept them here in the West Bank. Yani we don't have a problem with them. It's not from us. It's from the settlements and how much they provoke people. Like stop throwing people, uh, put them under your feet and destroy their dignity and steal everything from them. They will live. They don't even fight about refugee who's already outside of Palestine. We're just fighting about people who's living now day by day. Leave people, let them live day by day. But nothing of this happening. Like it's already fighting with everything, with culture, with they make us look like we are people without culture. We are not educated. We don't have art. We don't know how to treat the woman. All this, and they put it in the mind of many of generation now that they believe themselves. Like even now, yani, my mother, like she was saying all the time, we are a free country. Like people were going all the time to the beach with bikini. You don't need to, يعني, if it's about bikini, because now you ask the freedom with bikini, all this thing. But come on, يعني, they were all the time living this life. But since the occupation came and start just separating, closing people, trying to fight them with religion, so people just become more religion and trying to understand religious in so bad way, which is destroy us. Actually, this is destroy us as Palestinian living here, me as a girl. I have this stupid culture. It's not because I have a stupid culture. No, it's because they raised this way of culture in my people since they occupied it. But it wasn't like this before. People here, the art is already something so strong. Artist is so strong. You want to be an artist. يعني Palestine is uh, a land where يعني you will become so strong to be here, to exist, because sometimes I feel like I'm lucky because I'm here, because at least يعني I know I have this energy that يعني life is so short in the end. We know, we live this life and we know it is short, and we have a start and in the end we have an end. So why we're existing in this life, if and me being here in Palestine, for sure I will just choose to be an artist. Like I have a story to talk about. It's one of the best thing that aslan make me feel, I want to be an artist, actor or journalist, is just because يعني I'm here living here. يعني you don't need to do anything. You have a story every day to talk about it or to write it here. uh, and it is like this country, unfortunately.
Thank you so much. I wish I could hear you talk for hours and hours because I think you have so much wisdom to give us. But we're running short on time, so I just wanted to make sure if anyone has like one more question for you, they can put it in the chat so I can, or raise your hand. So like, let me know if you guys have questions so we can ask. But if not, I just wanted to make sure, like, if there's a message you want to give our audience, like one final message about your art, about Palestine, anything, and also about, what we can do also to support your work, if there's anything we can do. So yeah.
Hey, well, yeah, like I talk so much, I know. Especially if I take the headphones, so I start talking, I never stop. But sorry for bothering you. Uh, just يعني I know Palestine is not um, يعني I don't know. I travel. I was lucky to move out from here and see other countries. And I know that everyone, if he want to know what's happening here, he can know really by himself. Like it doesn't need someone to tell you what's happening here. It's happening since long, and we are in this world, but who doesn't want to hear, it's because he doesn't want really to hear, and he doesn't want. Oh, I understand all people in this world. uh I don't know really, like in this difficult time, what should I say, like how how it can happen and help this place at least to live, you know. And really without war, I don't know how is the situation. Like it's so difficult now because all of us is thinking that anytime it's gonna happen a war and we will have rockets around wake. And I wish no, I hope no, I hope really everything will gonna stop soon. I don't know how, but something will gonna happen إن شاء الله. ويا يعني it's good to keep to as a human to stay strong and believe that there is a humanity in this world, not Palestinians, not American, not European. It's not about this. It's about us being a human and live this life with believing that we can support everyone who need to be supported, like. So yes, that's it.
Thank you. Your spirit and joy gives us a lot of hope. I see so many thank you messages and messages of gratitude for you in the chat. So yeah, thank you so much. And I think that our audience was really inspired and really filled with hope today because of you. So with that said, like yeah, hopefully if you have a contact email, if there's if maybe more questions or anything, if you would like people to contact you, you can put it in the chat and we can have that.
You know, I like always to share a story of my mom, like because she's the reason that I'm existing already. That my mom lived in this country, and she believed in it's gonna be free when she's still alive, but she got cancer. And as I said, her family was from Gaza, and she never was allowed to see them. And she passed away without seeing her family. And we have this story, like thousands of people here who really separate from the families, and they live all their life without seeing their family. And what's happening really in Gaza now, like I talk with the family that I don't know, like face to face, I don't know them. So I just talk to them, trying to help them from far away. And I see what's happening with people, like uh, uh, it's really I don't know how it's gonna finish with these people, and what's the situation in the end, and how they're gonna treat us after, because maybe they can say that all of us is animals in the end and we're sick, because we're really sick, like after all of this 1 year of shooting all this thing. Yes, I believe that we have so many sick people, and it's normal to be sick after this thing. And I think, yes, uh, we need artists after, no? We need many artists to survive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks so much for sharing that. Yeah.
Mm, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Okay, so we'll if you can stay back if you would like, we're about to do a advocacy sharing. So we're just going to share some campaigns and actions that people can help and support Palestinian rights. So I'll just put a link to the page that we're using, kuminow.com/action. And there's a few campaigns that we have been doing for the last few weeks. But we do also want to share, Al Jazeera recently released a documentary called Investigating War Crimes in Gaza. So this has been, it's very meticulous. They identify names of soldiers who have been committing war crimes, also looking into Western media. So we just wanted to also, Kumino and Sabio wants to put the link here so that if you can share this with your communities and watch this. It's a very powerful film, a very depressing film, but I think it's very important at this point. So I'll put this in the chat just so that you can watch it in your free time. It's about an hour and 30 minutes long, but this is a very good opportunity maybe to also screen the film, because I know a lot of people this week are doing protests and events to commemorate the 1 year since the genocide started. So we'll have that as an option maybe for you to show in your churches or something. And then other than that, if you have protests or like events this week that you want to share in the group chat, we can have that be there so people can see and attend if they're in the same city or community. And I'll link also the links to protests so you can also see what events are upcoming this week for October. And also the letter regarding Lebanon, I think Fosnow just recently put this in an automatic campaign letter, so you don't have to copy and paste anymore. So if I find the link there, I'll put it in the chat as well. And then Anne also said that Bishop Ali Shakur will be in Indiana and Michigan this week. And so you can check that out. Well, also Maze, for red noses, is there a way we can like do they accept donations as well? I can put the link if they have like donations that we can do to support the work that you're doing. Both Randy and I put the link for donating to Red Noses, and then Dorothy also says on Saturday morning there'll be a public gathering. I don't know which area you're based in, Dorothy, but you can unmute if you want to elaborate more on this. But it'll be a protest for Palestine and Lebanon. UK, okay.
It's northeast England. All of the other meetings tend to be down London way. Well, if you live right up in the northeast, things are difficult. So there's a gathering in support of Palestine and Lebanon at Darlington this Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. It's the Quakers are quite supportive there, so it's been organised by the Quaker organisation. And I'm getting better now, so I'm going to support. There's a lot goes on actually in Middlesbrough. There is a solidarity with Palestine group in Middlesbrough. And from time to time, we have meetings. And actually, when we do have a march, there's normally hundreds and hundreds of people there in Middlesbrough. There's a lot of strong support. Yeah.
Thank you, Dorothy. It's good to know the people may be able to attend if they're around that area. But I'll stay on for a few more minutes since we're past our end time today. But I just want to thank Maze again for her presentation, and I'll stay a few minutes in case you wanted to complete the actions and wanted to click all the links in the chat before we end it. And then next week we will be continuing our regular Kumi Now session. I'm trying to remember the schedule, but let me see, and I'll let you guys know what the Kumi Now speakers for next week is. It will be with Who Profits Research Center. So they're an organization that does research on organizations that are profiting from occupation and genocide, and they kind of map throughout the world. So we'll hear from one of the people who are doing research on this. And so that will be our next week topic. But yeah, I want to just thank everyone for being here and being in community with each other.
Thank you.